Look at this beautiful package. This is by ID Cooling. This is a water cooling unit, 240mm. So you've got two 120mm fans on there. And it's Aura Flow 240. Now obviously the flows because it's water cooling. The Aura, as you can see, it's RGB sync. So that means you can use it with MSI and I'm sure you can use it with ASUS as well. And basically you can connect them up with the connectors that are installed in this box and have all the RGBs going off as well. That's really important. The performance is keeping your components cool, which is your CPU. This is what this is for. So we're going to be testing this out. We're going to be taking out the box, having a look, and then we're going to do a little stress test on the CPU. I'm using AMD 1600X processor. So all I'm going to do is just take out the box, show you what you get in the box, then obviously show you the lighting experience connecting to the Asus Crosshair 6 that I've got in there, which has got the RGB connectors or headers for this on the board, and checking out performance, stress testing it, and seeing if we have any throttle or thermal issues with it, and whether there's any leakages or anything like that. And we talk about aesthetics and that. You know the core. No, you know the core. You know the score. Sorry, you know the score. Sorry, I got that all completely wrong. But anyway, let's get this box unraveled. I'm really impressed with this company. ID Cooling, it's really quite sick. I've never really used them before. I've done a bit of research and found out who they were and stuff. And basically, I was expecting that it was going to get quite low performance, low temperatures, high RPM speeds. Well, not high RPM speeds, because you want it to be able to go quite fast. Talk about the speed of RPM. It's got a range from 700 or 800 RPM speed all the way to 2000. Also has a TDP of 200 watts, which is quite cool. It's got enough accessories to float a boat. And you've got this as well, which is an extension for your fan. So it comes with this, which is for 4-pin. So you connect to the RGB fans, which I know, if you check out their website or anything like that, the fans come in red, blue and green. Obviously RGBs are prime colours, but when you look at it, you think, oh, it's just a normal like LED fan. You can switch from red, blue or green. And no, you can go through the whole spectrum. And as you can see, which I've been playing around with the whole software on the Asus Crosshair 6 motherboard, and you got lightning, you got let me see what you got here, and then we can go and take it from there. But yeah, there we go. We've got static breathing, color cycle, rainbow, comet, flash dash, strobing, temperature, and music. So it literally syncs up with this, and I'm guaranteed that it will sync up very well with the MSI motherboards as well. But the colours are not even off. On the fans, they're perfectly aligned and synced with the RGB on the VRMs and MOSFETs over there. Also the chipset of the motherboard, and also my RGB strips around there, around the motherboard, and also on the water tank as well. It's really, really cool. I think, obviously RGB, if you're not into RGB, you're not into RGB, but a good thing about it, you don't need to be into RGB to get this water block, because this AIO system, because the performance is great. I was seeing like low temperatures, just like a custom water cooling build, and I wouldn't be expecting that from that. And also that you get really, really straightforward instructions. I actually looked at instructions, because I don't really normally look at instructions at all. I just normally just do it. But I thought, I want to see if this instructions guides me in the right place, and it does. You even get these little funky covers as well to protect the pins from bending for your RGB, so it doesn't destroy like the motherboard or the RGB system. You also get this Molex connector, and you can connect up another 3 strips with it, just in case that you haven't got RGB header on your motherboard. You can just use it with a Molex connector and connect up your strips. Really quite cool. They did think of everything, and plus they're with like near enough the best brands, so Asus and MSI. Obviously Gigabyte is good, I like Gigabyte, but they've got their own RGB sort of thing. It's got like 5 pins rather than 4, so it's just annoying, but I don't know. Anyway, really impressed with it. Performance is really good. It's super silent. I could speed the fans right up. Hardly even really made any noise. Like, I've got it on top whack now, and it's not really that audible. It's just like an normal PC. The thermal compound you get is a bit runny, but I had the case standing up like this, and it didn't really run or anything. It just stayed in the same place, so the consistency wasn't too bad. Plus, the room temperature in here today, it's hit like definitely like the late 28s in degrees of heat, so it's quite warm, and you expect it to run down a bit. But yeah, thermal grease on there, or the thermal compound was decent, not too bad. I love the actual sleeving of the tubing, and not the old crappy tubing that you get with all the other AIOs, and the ones like feels like it's going to break and stuff. This is really stylish. You can see with RGB lights that it's actually flashing, or if the lights are on, it shines as well with the actual tubing. It's like really nice like look to it. Now, what I don't like about it, why the hell would you make something so nice? Even the logo looks nice, the RGBs, everything just looks plain. You can switch it off and it looks plain, you wouldn't even know it's there. But then as soon as it's on, it's like ba-ba-bow, ba-ba-bow. But you've messed up. You could have sleeved all these cables, they're all black, but you sleeved them one blue, one red, one green. You could just have the little label on them, so the enthusiasts could just taken it off quite easily. You've left that black, that's good, but on them cables there, on the actual fan headers, they've got brown in them. Brown. You could please sort your cables out, keep them all black, or keep them all consistent to what they all should be, not these spaghetti sort of colours, or mustard colours, whatever you want to call them. I don't even know. These are like electrical wires that you get out of a plug socket. But the plate is super easy. I loved how it just slides onto the processor. It's got a good contact to it. It wasn't hard. Didn't feel like I had to overforce anything. It's got these flat screws on the back of the retention bracket, and it hasn't got no screw ends to put the screwdriver like a Phillips or a flathead. But the thing is, it's like self-tightening, so when you tighten in it, it tightens up. But then I did realise when I had one of the actual thumb screws that you have to attach onto the motherboard was slightly to an angle, and it felt like it weren't going to go. Then obviously, because it's flat at the back of the retention bracket, which is like a big like thread, it basically just keeps moving across your finger. Then I realised it went on there properly. So what my guess would be, or what I keep dropping things. What you should do is add in a flathead or I don't know, some sort of thread in that you can use a tool so you can hold it and screw it together, because it's got nice contact with the pad and the motherboard, and it's got like these thermal pads. And I thought to myself, oh, this is going to like be a bit of a problem, but it's not. It's perfect. Plus, it works with all the brands of Intel, all the brands of AMD. Even obviously, I've got a Ryzen 1600X chip, so it's definitely up to date. And yeah, easy instructions, definitely worth buying. So if you're in the market wanting an AIO water cooling unit and it's RGB and actually works, because I was definitely skeptical, but yeah, it works. It works really well. And it's quiet and it keeps the temperatures down. Anyway, you'll see in the video, or you might have seen in the video, it depends how I've edited the video, that the temperature is pretty decent and the speeds of the RPM is hardly audible, and it's really good. It just looks like a really nice looking system now. It looks really good. Anyway, hope you liked this video. Hope it was in depth and informative as it should be. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, dislike it, leave a comment. Buy something from my merch store if you feel that you want to buy a mug, whatever you want to. Let's go and have a look. Links in the description down below. If you want to have a little chat about anything about computers or anything like that, or cameras or monitors, whatever, leave it in the comments down below. If you want to say hi, say hi. What's the problem? Won't bite your head off. I would just say hi back. It's nice to see people responding. I can't believe how many comments I'm having and all like the support. I'll give you thumbs up instead, real thumbs up. I'm really enjoying like the like the appreciation of what I'm doing and stuff. Yeah, it's brilliant. And I appreciate you guys looking at my content and then obviously shedding the light, saying what I should do next or what you want to see next. Is brilliant. Other than that, share this video because you know it helps me out a lot, and it's good that people, I don't know, it's like you have to stumble across my video. Now, if you were that person and you knew someone that was in the market for something, share the video, or share the video to whatever. Just share it. I don't give a whatever, just share the video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next one for some more great videos. And I don't know what I'm coming up with next, so yeah, well, that's what my PR person tells me, so I don't know.